Hello, Mr. Lipchick here, and our discussion for this segment is going to be shifts in demand. Shifts in the demand curve. The demand curve is accurate only as long as there are no changes other than price affecting a consumer's decision. It basically reflects a moment in time. It refers to a condition called ceteris paribus, all other things held constant. Okay, it is looking at demand in that particular instant. It is important to understand the difference between a change in the quantity demanded and a change in demand itself. When ceteris paribus applies, changes in the quantity demanded take place according to price. When ceteris paribus no longer applies, demand itself changes as a result of other market forces. So this is demand over time. Okay, here are the changes illustrated. Okay, to the left you see a curve where there is a decrease in demand, D1 shifting over to D2. And what this says is that at every possible price, there will be less demanded. It could be, because of a recession, people have less money, decline in population. It could be a number of different things. And on the right, you see an increase in demand, wherein at every possible price, more will be demanded. And this can be due to rising incomes or a number of other things. Causes of changes and shifts in demand include consumers' income affects his or her demand for most goods. Normal goods are goods that consumers want more if their incomes increase. Inferior goods are goods for which the demand decreases as consumer incomes rise. When incomes rise, people can afford better items and buy less or fewer inferior goods. Used cars would be an example, and the opposite would be true. If incomes declined, there would be an increasing demand for used cars. Consumer expectations can cause demand for an item to rise and fall. This is simply the belief. What consumers believe is probably going to happen, even though it may or may not happen. But the funny thing is, it can actually influence reality because it will influence spending. If price is expected to rise, current demand will rise. If people believe, that tomorrow gas prices are going to go up to $6 a gallon, they'll all run out and fill their tanks. If the price is expected to fall, current demand will fall. Population growth or decline may cause a shift in demand. If the birth rate increases, demand for baby items will also increase. As the elderly begin to live longer, our demand for medical services will continue to increase. That's why it might be a good idea to consider a health services profession. There'll be plenty of jobs. Consumer tastes and advertising also affect demand. Changes in tastes and preferences may cause demand for an item to increase or decrease. This could be as simple as a different brand of blue jeans. Advertising influences current tastes, styles, fashions, and trends. Here's an example. During the 1940s, there was a fashion craze called the zoot suit, where men wore broad-shouldered suits with baggy pants, big chains. Okay. And my uncle, George, was a tailor, and they were so popular that he was able to charge money to convert a regular suit into a zoot suit. Eventually, however, the zoot suit fashion trend ended, and so did the demand for the conversions. Changes in the prices of related goods will also cause demand curves to shift. Complements are two goods that are bought and used together. Okay, like the Xbox and the Xbox cartridges that you see to the right. If a good becomes very expensive, it will lower demand for its complementary good. If the Xbox becomes too expensive, the demand will drop, and so will the demand for the cartridges. Substitutes are goods used in place of one another. Demand for a good will drop if the price of a substitute good drops, making a cheaper alternative. If the price of a substitute good increases, the demand for the good will increase, as it will now be the cheaper alternative. So to review, when demand for a good at all price levels increases, the demand curve shifts to the right. When the demand decreases at all price levels, it shifts to the left. Consumer expectations, availability of substitutes, consumer income and population growth or decline all affect demand. That concludes our discussion. Thank you for viewing, and I look forward to seeing you in the live lesson. Have a great day.